You are with Bikeland, and it may look like we're somewhere in California or Nevada in the desert, but in fact we're in Canada. And it is hot. It's got to be like about 100 degrees here, and we are up in Canada trying Yamaha's new 2009 R1, courtesy Yamaha Motor Canada. So this is the 2009 R1 that debuted on our site and on our YouTube channel last September at Yamaha's dealer meeting. The 2009 bike features a super cool new cross-plane crankshaft engine. Now, I'm not even going to try to explain it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to include a link to our YouTube video in this story so that you can see for yourself how it works. But basically what this engine does is it, by offsetting the firing order, it's giving you the sensation that this is almost a bit like a V-twin. It's sort of like a synthesis or a hybrid of a V-twin and an inline 4. So I'm going to fire the bike up. Come in closer for a second. Now you can actually feel the vibration in the clip-on. It's not smooth like an inline 4 normally is. The bike has a lot of power and a lot of torque all the way from the bottom through its entire power band. That being said, the first gear of this bike is probably the tallest first gear that I've ever experienced on any motorcycle. It'll go over 100 miles an hour or 160 kilometers an hour in first gear before you even begin to hit the rev limiter. You can break every speed limit in North America on this bike in first gear, literally. And that is pretty cool, but it also gets to be a little bit of a drag, because if you really want to wind this bike out, because there's a nice power bump right around 9,000 RPM where the front wheel lifts off the ground, you really have to be going pretty fast before you can experience that, before you can rev the piss out of this bike. So that is, it's an interesting complaint. Other than that, the bike's got tons of power. You can leave it in first, second, or even third and drive it around town like an automatic. You never have to change gears. That being said, it has a slipper clutch, so if you do decide to change gears and you don't even know how to do that, it'll lead up that mistake. The throttle controls fly-by-wire, and it has this nifty little mode selector here that lets you select through 3 different amounts of throttle control or power delivery. That's a little odd. Its A mode, which is its sport or torquey mode, is almost a little too snappy. It feels a little bit like an unrefined inline 4 fuel injected, like say from 2004 when it's in that mode. The standard mode is a little feels normal, but you could use a little bit more power. And then the B mode, which is its detune mode, is just a little too detuned for my taste. So there's a lot of neat touches on the Yamaha R1. The fit and finish of this bike is just spectacular, all the way from the finished triple clamp right to the seamless windscreen that is missing all the screws. That's pretty cool. It has a beautiful gauge cluster and display. The projector beam headlights work wonderfully at night. The only real complaint that I have about this bike is the heat that comes off of the headers. And basically, if you're sitting on the bike, and I'll do that here, the heat comes right up on the bottom of your legs right here on both sides, and it gets hot, like really hot, uncomfortably hot, whether you're wearing leathers or pants. That'd probably be about the only problem I have with the R1. Unfortunately, it does distract you enough that you begin to forget how cool the rest of the bike is. One of the things that I thought was pretty funny was the toolkit. The toolkit is located underneath the seat and requires a tool. Conveniently, Yamaha includes this small Allen key tool here under this part of the seat so that you can get this apart to get to the rest of the tools. So it has a really nice display. The instrument cluster is easy to read. It has a gear indicator. It has this very, very, very irritating shift light that I adjusted out of range because it drove me nuts. It's a really bright white LED. You know, anybody that, like, you know when your friend first gets his white LED flashlight and he keeps shining it in your face? He's like, wow, look, I got one of these LED flashlights. That's what that light's like. And if you're riding it, you know, at night or at dusk and it starts shining in your face, it drives you nuts. So I deactivated that, but it does work as a shift light. You can definitely see it. The bugs really like it. You see this bug here? This bug has good taste. This guy here, Obama told him, okay, that if he moved to Canada, he'd get free healthcare and he could have this motorcycle. Well, I got news for you, man. He lied. All right, well, let's go check out some of these Canadian roads. Take this bike for a little bit more of a ride. Who wants to stand here talking? I want to ride it.
Me love ya comes out of devotion. Where did I come from? To rule ya, spread to the world.
So that's the 2009 R1. Here we've just taken this road out some canyons into the back roads. He's going to go on the racetrack. Most of us are just going to be riding like this in city traffic or in the back roads with your friends. The bike is amazing. It's hot. It's hot right here on my upper legs, but it's also a blast to ride. Bike is easy to use. The suspension is fantastic. The brakes are fantastic. The engine is amazing. It's lightweight. It's a great package. Yamaha's done a great job for this year. Now, if you decide that you want to pick one of these bikes up, in Canada it's $16,669. I believe that's for the blue base model. Costs a bit more for other colors. And anywhere in the US, it's going to be $12,390. Now, that being said, for another $100, you can get the other flashy colors, which are super cool too. Now, you may think that it costs a little bit more in Canada, but I do have to tell you that the Canadian model comes with free healthcare. Just remember, the bike could cost more, but you'll get free healthcare. All right, other than that, it's pretty cool. We like the new R1. It's very distracting here in Canada. This car is driving by all the time. Where do the Canadians get all these cars? How do they even get around normally? Horseback, was it? What did he say?
Government.
Oh, the government gets them around. All right, cool. So, a big thanks to Yamaha Canada, Yamaha USA. We love the R1. So much technology packed into it, fly-by-wire. The connecting rods on the bike are forged and then split so that each one is mated to itself. I mean, the amount of detail that Yamaha's put into this bike is really unbelievable. It's a new level for Japanese sport bikes. I wonder if the people that buy this bike will appreciate it, or if Joe Average will appreciate it. If you bought one of these used, you know, two years from now, would you appreciate how much effort went into making this bike? Because it's phenomenal. I mean, it is. It's a whole new level of mass production. This bike is a full production version, and it's number 385. I mean, you know, there's not a lot of them out there. So that's, I wonder if people appreciate all the effort that those people went into. Those small Japanese people in white lab coats. I always picture them wearing white lab coats. Do you?
No comment.